traveling like a lonesome ghost in the gray fog of another night's cold shadows, walking the rain-slick streets of another tired industrial port town. Little Ignacio, so close to Rio, but a million miles away here in this sleazy sexual exile from my bombed-out, devastated, ravaged little world back home. Seeking comfort and relief where there can be no relief, wandering the sleepy ruins of another deserted downtown somewhere, nowhere, trudging through the shadows of another rusty port, where the ships lay rotting at anchor like dark, unfathomable shapes emerging from my own haunted, desolate memory zone. Looking up at these crumbling, weather-damaged buildings full of sleeping people, I walk hand in hand with these little port town whores, walking to little red-lit rooms, wondering why do they all have red lights inside the rooms? Just to remind you it's a whorehouse? Just in case you forgot, maybe, as the girl starts to take her clothes off and takes a rubber out of her purse and throws it on the bed? Fuck, maybe the red lights in the room is supposed to make the girls look better or something. Who knows? One of life's little mysteries. Who fucking cares? And they lead me to this room or that. Little red lighted pinpoints of rented love and warmth in this dingy landscape of abandoned coastal winter. I fucked a pretty good one a couple hours ago. Then afterwards I went back to the whorehouse and sat in a sad little bar full of tired-looking sailors and aging whores on another bleak corner just to pass the time before going back out to find another one to pass the time some more. Now I'm walking down the street with my second whore tonight. We turn a corner, another view, another deserted, desolate, dirty hua with no name. Nameless, faceless industrial docks and greasy cobblestone alleys and streets that all look alike in this desperate red light night of infinite want. And there's this big black dog standing at the crossroads, like the spirit shadow of a misplaced Macumba image, just standing there, looking this way and that as if debating which way to go. A freight train suddenly blasts through the night, traveling very fast across an opening between dimly lit warehouse alleys by the port. The dog takes off, trotting away up the street at a good clip. My little whore tugs at my sleeve and we enter a muted yellow light. At the end of a labyrinthine corridor, dotted with red bulbs, glowing like a funhouse tunnel of love. We come to a reception window of thick plexiglass where a hard-faced little man with eyes like bullets curtly demands $10 and hands me a key and it's on. An hour worth of cheap fireworks for another 50, and we're both worn out and sick of grappling with each other on the sweaty circular vinyl mattress. She gets up abruptly and starts getting dressed while I stand and wash my dick off in the sink, looking over my shoulder just to make sure she's not going through my pockets or something. But she's cool. Just another honest working girl peddling what God gave her, not a crooked, crack-smoking, soul-sucking, merciless little bandita like NARCISA. We walk out together and part ways on the corner with a quick kiss on the cheek, and then off she goes back into the whorehouse. I make my way down the dark, deserted avenue of shadows and late-night silence where the people sleep in dark little rooms all around me now. What a nasty place to die, I'm thinking vaguely. I stumble along into the cool, salty morning mist defined by creeping, sagging cargo trucks limping in and out of the banging, clanging industrial port. Their brakes hiss like 1,000 poisonous snakes, and a cold Atlantic winter wind follows me like a beggar's curse. Ratty-looking pigeons patrol the bird shit-coated sidewalks in their stupid, fumbling dance of aviary apathy, pecking the ground listlessly for crumbs. Distracted, I kick at them, and they scatter like a cloud of winged rats, landing a little further down the cold, greasy sidewalk. Pigeons. NARCISA always hated pigeons. I remember one day at the beach when we were sitting at that shack at the far end of Copacabana, drinking agua de coco. A few pigeons gathered around her feet, picking for crumbs. She stomped and kicked at them violently with her big black combat boot, and I said, "Baby, don't hurt them. They're just little birds." She spat at them on the ground. "I hate the fucking pombo cigano. This pigeon is the most stupid of all the flying animals. He's so stupid he don't even know he got the wings for fly away from here. But he never want to go fly. He's a stupid animal. He just want to walk down on the floor and eat the garbage because he think he the fucking beggar. Stupid pigeon. Hey you, don't come around me, eh? Got it, stupid? She spit at those trash-picking pigeons and kicked at them again, scattering them away into the dusty shadows of my soul's baffled memory. And now I'm looking at these pigeons picking at the sidewalk here like a gang of bums rummaging around a garbage can, and it suddenly hits me why she always hated them so. Narcissa, in her perpetual paranormal confusion, simply despised those dirty scavenger birds for so starkly replicating her own ironclad mental matrix of self-imposed lack and limitation. She hated them for being a taunting little reflection of how much she hated herself for owning their same slavish garbage-picking mentality, the beggar's soul. As long as I'd known her, she'd always lived her life driven by nameless fears and a tragic, unbreakable unconscious belief in her own worthlessness, shackled to her own weakness and crippled self-image, condemning herself to forever to life as a bum, a beggar, a delinquent, a thief, a liar, a cheat, a hustler, a loser, a whore. Her own persistent blindness, her perverse inability to see the goddess, the princess, the winged angel that always lived behind her damaged, broken eyes. Her goddamn fear of just spreading her wings and flying away from her crummy, sordid little earthbound existence of stifling mental poverty and self-imposed lack. She always hated it when I called her my princess, my angel, because deep inside Narcissa really saw herself as a pigeon, a lowly little earthbound rat, forever dragging her dirty broken wings through the squalid refuse of her own tainted, worthless self-conception. Poor Narcissa. But I'm so fucking tired of thinking of Narcissa all day. Shit, I came here to get away from Narcissa, but there is no getting away. She's everywhere I look, everything I see, even when I'm with these other girls. Especially with other girls. Earlier tonight, I almost fell asleep thinking of Narcissa while mechanically fucking a chubby-faced teenage girl in a little room above the whore bar across the street from my hotel. I never asked her name, and she had a particularly anonymous quality, even for a rented cunt. I did tip her a $5, though, with the standard friendly little peck on the cheek, and we said goodbye just before dawn on the same cordial, rain-slicked neon street corner where I'd found her an hour before. And still standing on that same corner at sunrise, I noticed one shiny black patent leather high heel shoe laying toppled sideways in the gutter like a fallen drunk, lost, crippled, thrown away, rejected, abandoned forever. And in a flash, the memories rose up again, unwanted mental images of the many girls and women I've loved and shared my life with, and the gigantic collective shoe collection they all amassed over the years. And I thought of Narcissa's huge shoe closet back in the Gringo's apartment in New York. Where are they all now? All the girls, all the shoes. And then I walked away to the music of night birds awakening the dawn. I went to find some breakfast and sit in another dismal little boteco to pass the time and think about Narcissa some more. Shit.